Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the simulator and welcome back to the channel. I just got home from playing a golf course in Utah called Soldier Hollow. It was the Gold Course. It's one of the most beautiful golf courses I've ever seen as far as mountain courses go, because I live in Utah, so there are mountain courses here. Wow, really beautiful. I'll get that video edited up and put out eventually, but as you know, editing of on-course content is not like it is here in the simulator, where I just let the video roll, I hit stop, and then post the video to YouTube. Video on the golf course is a whole bunch of one after another videos. There's videos of rolling down the cart path, etc., etc. So it's a lot of work. You got to add shot tracers and all of that nonsense. I did get a new motorized cart bag. It's the MGI Zip Navigator AT. I wanted to use it today, but the guy at the course said there's too much elevation change on the course and you have to use a cart. You cannot walk the course. And you guys will see that in the video if you watch it. And then, of course, today we're using the Square Golf launch monitor. I think this might be the first video that I've posted of it. I've been doing a lot of testing. My conclusion with the testing versus this launch monitor above, this Pro TVX, that's literally 10 times the cost of the Square launch monitor, is that the Square launch monitor is not a Pro TVX, it's not a TrackMan, it's not a Foresight GC anything, right? It's not any of those things. It's not a Bushnell. It is none of those things. It can't be used outdoors, but it is a really good launch monitor, and I am very surprised at the quality and the quality of shots and how fast the launch monitor puts shots into the environment in GS Pro or whatever software you're using. If this is the launch monitor that is within your budget, I highly recommend it over a Garmin R10, a FlightScope Mevo. Hell, I recommend this thing over a SkyTrack Plus. I obviously wouldn't recommend it over any launch monitor that provides high-speed camera data or anything like that. But if you're in that sub-$1,000 window and you want to get a good launch monitor, I recommend this thing all day, every day. Is it going to become my daily driver? No, absolutely not. But I want to do content with different kinds of launch monitors. I don't have a extremely high-end launch monitor like a TrackMan or anything like that, but I'm going to play some rounds with the Pro TVX, which is what I consider to be a very expensive launch monitor. I'm going to play some rounds with the Square launch monitor. I'm going to play some rounds with my Garmin R10 whenever I get it back from my buddy Mike. And I think that that's a good smattering of launch monitors. Good enough for me. I don't want to start collecting these things. Some of them are expensive. But anyhow, this particular round in the No Pros League, which is an invite-only league, is going to be done with the Square launch monitor. And through many hours of testing that I've done since it showed up on Wednesday, today's Friday, the conclusion I have come to is that it is a good launch monitor. It is definitely the best launch monitor in its price category. And it's no slouch. I thought that because it didn't collect as much data as some other launch monitors, that it was just putting straight shots into the environment and not showing you any of the data you wanted, but I've been pleasantly surprised on that front. It puts good data into GS Pro. Sometimes it's different than the Pro TVX. Sometimes the drives go further, sometimes they go shorter. Sometimes the stuff that it shows is way off the mark compared to this launch monitor. But the thing is you can't test them both at the same time because they both use the same type of technology and they 100% do interfere with each other. I can't run them both at the same time without getting some interference. So all I can do is say when I switch between these, they're both very good launch monitors. It's obviously different when I putt. I still need to figure out how to slow the putting down on the Square Golf launch monitor because it puts putts into the world at way too much speed versus the Pro TVX and other launch monitors I've used. But it is what it is. Let's get a weather report here in the simulator. It is 84 degrees Fahrenheit here in the sim. You'll see me douse my head with water every now and again, especially because I'm still covered in sunblock, and for some reason that makes me feel very warm. Probably because my pores are all clogged with sunblock. Anyway, guys, I've rambled on for, what, 5 minutes now? 6 minutes. Let's get into the round. I want to take a shower and be done. No Pros League. Gosh dang it. Is it Wuskowhan Players Club in Michigan? I don't know what the difference between a golf club, a golf course, and a players club is. I'm just going to point that out. We've got some good settings here, I can already tell. 8-foot gimme auto putt, white tees, 6,100 yards total course length. Friday pins, soft greens, 11 stimp, firm fairways with a calm wind, and we're it's 650 feet above sea level. Let's get this loaded up and play the round. I don't think I've ever played this course in GS Pro, and I sure as hell haven't played it in real life. Most of the first holes on most courses are at least a par 4 or a par 5, so we'll be doing that whole thing. All right. For some reason, this launch monitor doesn't like when I put my stuff up on my K2T. It is not happy about it. It'll recognize the ball when it's on the mat, but not when it's on the K2T. Let's try finagling some crap here. I really do need to get some new simulator tees. I'm a busy dude. I work a lot of hours. And when I'm not at work, I'm either in here or I'm golfing. At any rate, let's get the round on the way. Should land somewhere in that general region. I like this course. It's simple. We'll see if it kicks the hell out of me. Okay, that was a terrible shot. Maybe we can survive the bunker. No, we cannot. That actually tipped my launch monitor over because my stinking tee wrapped around it. That's another thing I don't care for. Maybe I'll just have this way back here. I just don't like that it wraps around the launch monitor when I hit the ball. Flying Fat Kid was talking about some new, different SimT system that was anchored here. It's anchored at your hitting mat insert. What do we got here? 178 yards, and we got to get out of a bunker. Can't just be swinging anything you want willy-nilly here. There are some factors. Good shot. Not on in two, but when you have a crummy tee shot like that, you're probably not going to be on in two. Remember, the greens are soft, so we can be a little bit aggressive here. Let's check our target and heat map. We've got a high spot right there below the hole. It'd almost just be a better idea if I plop the ball down fairly close to the hole, which sometimes is easier said than done. You can see the ball goes into the environment nice and quick. The shots are as they should be. They are what you would expect. If you don't play enough golf on the real course to know what your shot should look like, that's kind of a different issue. I can't fix that. All right, here we're putting with the square. You don't need to hit the ball very hard. It comes out hot with the square. In fact, it just cost us a par. Let's see if we can get off the tee better than we did last time. I've got this tee system clear back here. The square is saying we are good to go. All systems go. Let's see if we can get out of this bunker because of the hard fairways. As if I even hit a fairway. You guys, I played golf at a very hard golf course today, and the shots I see coming out of these launch monitors in the simulator for some reason, they just don't look like they should look in real life. Maybe I said too many words there. The shots in the sim don't look like they do in real life. And it doesn't matter if it's this launch monitor, the Unicore iMini Lite, this, for some reason, I don't know if it's because those algorithms just haven't caught up to real life, if the technology's still maturing, they just don't look correct. That might hurt us or help us. Probably can putt that. We could do a little bump and run. Let's check our options out. It's a little risky for a bump and run. And you don't want to add any more risk to a round of golf than there already inherently is built in, right? I will say that if you can get good at putting with the square launch monitor, unless there's some setting I'm not aware of, you're going to go out on the golf course and you're probably going to feel like your putts are slower than molasses. Because if you're slowing it down enough to appease the square golf launch monitor, then you're probably going to be putting pretty slow on the real course. Someone who's been using it longer can maybe chime in and tell me if I'm out in left field, but that's what I've noticed. Okay, that little thing right there where it fades or slices over to the left, that is not That's not my shot shape. Let's see here. What do I want to hit? Sit down on that nice soft green for me, baby. There you go. Get over. Get over. Guys, I have a self-declared 12 handicap in the simulator. 22 handicap in real life. After today, possibly a little bit higher. Therefore, I want to be hovering right around a 84, 85 in the sim when the rounds are closed out, right? Okay, there's a bird that brought us back to E. I've been golfing seriously for about a year now, and it's starting to get easier. Things are starting to come together. Today I was hitting well off the tee. I had a couple of 300 plus yard drives. Keep in mind how high I am in altitude. Approach shots were on the money. The putting game just wasn't there today. The greens were so difficult to read, and then mountain greens are difficult to read, but it's going to come together. Okay, and as I do that, I hit a hosel rocket. I think I just talked about it and thought about it too long. Let's see if we can't get to the pin. Oh, that was a par 3 too. That sucks. 64 yards. Let's see if we can scramble and put this thing on the green over here. Too much talking, not enough golfing. Sit. Okay, that probably cost us a bogey. I should be able to get up to the pin and at least get in 2 putts. It's downhill. We're moving from left to right. Let's go right there. And we only need to hit this about 25 feet of feel, which is hard with this launch monitor, but I will do my damnedest. That was nonsensically bad. HLA wasn't bad. There's our bogey. We're back to 1 over because I'm yapping on the damn tee box like an idiot. What do we got here? We got a split fairway. Play this one smart. You only need to hit about 200 yards. Don't be a dumbass. Just get the ball down there. There you go. You got a nice little shot set up into the green. You can still be on in 2, but it ain't going to be a short shot. That's what is weird about courses when they do split fairways on par 4s. It's forcing you to play it almost as if it is a par 5. .173 to the pin. What's my 173 club? How far did that club go? 183? Let's hit a 6. That was a 5. Nice and fat. I think we all know where that's headed because why the hell not? Didn't have a single fat shot today on the golf course, and then I come in here and do that crap. Okay. Green side bunker's probably going to take about 50% of your speed. So if you need to hit 32 to get it to the pin, you're going to want to hit almost 60 yards of power. Let's check out our heat map. Not too bad. We want to hit right on the edge here, 28. double that. So we need to hit about 55 yards of feel out of this bunker. Like, you're gonna need to beat the hell out of it. I can't see my raw carry. My efficiency was infinity. All right, this is for par. I'm gonna leave it in the cup and hope we have good HLA. The square launch monitor can now see my ball. Thank you, sir. And we need to hit this about 12 feet. Little Parsky there. We're still one over. That's fine. We just need to shoot about an 84 here. No, we need to shoot an 83. 71 plus 12 is 83. Math's important, guys. Okay, the last time I played a par 3, I was yapping at you guys while I was setting up. I'm not going to do that this time. 202 yards. We got some room to play with. It's about a yard up, so it's going to play more like 203, but we do got a bit of a tailwind. I'd like to be in the middle of the green, but this is a 4-iron, and sometimes this club does whatever it wants. That was nice and thin. I'm pretty sure we all know where I'm going to be playing my next shot from. Is what it is. You just don't want to turn par 3s into like triple bogeys, guys. That's what's important. Play smart. Don't be trying to land balls next to the cup out of the sand trap. Just get them out. So I know I want to hit about a 36-yard shot. The square launch monitor certainly has a smaller ball area than other launch monitors do. But some of them, like the SkyTrack Plus are even smaller, believe it or not. And that launch monitor is almost $2,500, I think. That's it. That was too much power. I can't tell what it was raw. 21-yard carry. Little too much, we can see there. Here's your par putt. You're probably not going to sink too many 23-foot putts. If you think you're that good at putting, then I don't know. You're probably getting some pretty low scores. Almost. We'll take our bogey, which sucks. But when you can't get off the tee, you're guaranteed on a par 3 or a par 4, you're pretty much guaranteed a bogey. That is something you need to come to terms with. Come on, baby. If there is something for this tee to hook onto, it will hook onto it. For lack of a better, more thorough explanation. See, that's crazy. That is not my ball flight on the real course. And it happens with every single launch monitor I've ever used. From one that costs $7,000 to one that costs $500. It's just, that's what it is. This is a par 5. We really would like to get out of here. Let's see if the 3-wood's firing today. I don't know, we'll see. No, we're taking a penalty stroke. I just didn't get enough of it. Let's see if it'll let us play it as it lies. That is the dumbest crap I have ever seen. Why can't I play my ball as it lies? Not gonna re-hit. Oh, I hate penalty strokes, guys. I hate them with passion unbridled. Let's hit a 54-degree wedge. Oh wow, we could have used a lob wedge. That's crazy. Usually you don't get that kind of flight in a near sea level course. But I digress. This ball is going to want to break to the left right out of the chute, and then you got to roll it down a hill. That's what I'm thinking. And we're downhill. You don't got to give this very much. Don't get cute with it. Okay, that was not a bad putt considering the circumstances. Take your bogey, go to the next hole, and just know that everything's going to be okay, and there's not a single soul on this planet that cares about your score in golf except for you. And if you're playing in a tournament or a scramble, somebody might care then too, but only if you're cheating. And if you're cheating at golf, stop. There's no reason to do it. If you're telling people your handicap's different than it really is, stop. Because all it does is make you look like a jackass on the golf course. When you're saying you're a 13 handicap and you roll out of the round with like a 98. Okay? Just stop. Quit guessing your handicap. Record your scores. Okay, that tipped over the launch monitor, which pisses me off. These K2Ts, buddy, like I'm giving them a hard time. I do gotta say though, this launch monitor takes a licking and keeps on flipping ticking. 230-yard drive is what it is, 73 in. We probably need about a 58-degree wedge here. Nice little 73-yard shot, and our pin position is not too bad. It's better than bad. It's good. We've got wind blowing and we've got a slightly left lie. Give yourself a little bit of offset there to the right, and then hit your damn shot. It's easy as that. Just hit your damn shot. Sit. Hit your damn shot. This is downhill and it's breaking right to left. I'm not sure what it's going to do. Don't need to put too much arse on it. Boo. Take your par, move to the next hole. If you're shooting 3 over after 8 holes, you are playing good golf. Don't let these chuckleheads tell you you're playing bad golf if you're not playing shoot and scratch or whatever. That's just nonsense. That sounded funny. I'm sure everyone knows where we're going to be playing from. Where did that hit? I can't tell where it hit. I can only feel where it hit. And it felt strange. All right, this must be a par 5 because, I mean, that was a pretty crummy drive, but really decide what you want to do here. This is obviously, going across this hazard is not worth your time. You could go over here on this other fairway if you're, you know, really wanting to use the entire course to your advantage. But I'm going to try to get over here with like a 7-iron, get us in a spot where we can hit a ball over to the green and get out with a par. How's that sound? How does that sound? Oh wow, that came out way left. Why'd that come out so left? Are we taking another stroke? Why would 4 degrees of left lie do that? That kind of pisses me off, but I'm gonna get over it. Okay, deep rough, as you know, you're gonna lose 25%-ish. So if you gotta go 100 yards, you need to go 125 yards, which is not my gap wedge, not at this altitude. That might have been the square launch monitor. I don't know, it's hard to tell. It does a good job generally, and I'm not going to get too down on it because it was only, after tax, title, and license, was only $750 US out the door shipped. Okay, we caught a little piece of the tree. We should be on the green. That took too many shots. We got to get over near the pin if we want to get out of here with a Parsky. Okay? Which is easier said than done, unfortunately, with the square golf launch monitor because putting's pretty hasty. I'll see if I can get out of here. See, that thing came out of there like a shot. If somebody could leave something in the comments about how to slow the putting down, that is absolutely not real to life putting on 11 stimp green. In no way, shape, or form is that proper putting. You barely have to touch the ball, and all it does is make it so when you go to the real golf course, you're just slinking putts 3 feet, and that just cost us a bogey. The square golf launch monitor putting algorithm cost us a bogey. And now we're 4 over, which sucks. Because a couple of those strokes are just from the launch monitor. Where am I aimed? I should be fine. Okay, K2T came off the lanyard again. If anybody's surprised, I would be surprised. And then we're going to obviously roll over because everything's slicey. I think I might just start not attaching it to the lanyard because I'm so tired of it. 278. This course is telling you don't even think about it, buddy. Get you a little 7 or 8 iron here and just get safe. There you go, nice and safe. And I can see from the spot on my impact screen that that shot was pretty accurate coming out of the square launch monitor. You can see that the shots come out pretty quick. There's not a lot of delay. They've built a lot of good stuff into this little unit. Just tell me how to fix the damn putting. It's costing me strokes in my video game. Okay, that was fat. We might be somewhere depending on what happens with this bounce. That actually wasn't bad. So instead of landing near the pin, we just rolled up to it. Birdie putt on 10. 22 feet, 25 feet. It's Let's see if we can just get it somewhere near the pin here. Or in. We needed that. If I could get a few more of those, I'd like to be even. 156, we want to hit. We got a little bit of wind in our face. Counter aim over to the right a little bit. I'm going to hit an 8-iron here and see where we are when the dust settles. Get a little left for me. Uh-oh, we're going to hit fairway and then bounce too far. Okay, we got a bit of a members bounce there. Don't want to spend too much time in here because it dehydrates the holy hell out of me. And I got to play another round of golf tomorrow at Hubbard Golf Course on Hill Air Force Base up here in northern Utah. Little bit downhill. Okay, I think I'm going to, first of all, I'm going to do some testing to see if I've got some sort of like cognitive issue going on that's making me think the square launch monitor putting is not on par, pun intended. And then I already know what it's going to say. It's going to say that it is too fast. And then I'll try to see if there's a way to change it. We know we're playing a little bit of a slice, so I'm just going to aim a little bit to the left. I'll play the game. Yeah, we're still not going to be on the fairway though, I'll bet you. I don't know what it is about these launch monitors. They just love slicing. It must be some algorithm they see. Well, they wouldn't see an algorithm. It must be something they're seeing and then their algorithm's like, this guy hit a slice. Oops. 143 out of rough into a wind. I think we're good with an 8-iron. Also, I'm hitting to the green. I don't know where you think I'm hitting. Let's try to get a ball right here. Grab your 8-iron. Get your waggle going, you guys. A waggle, if you don't have one, it comes, but it loosens you up. It lets you look at your feet and look at your club in relation to the ball. It lets you feel the weight of the club. And then it lets you hit your ball, which in this case is going, I think we all know where that's going. I spend more time in the sand than David Hasselhoff. I think we're pretty lucky to be at 3 over here. This ball's going to come out right. Greenside bunker. If I want to hit 18, I need to hit around 36, maybe 30 to 35. I don't know why that ball stopped, but I sure as hell don't create any sort of backspin. Not in this universe. So let's putt. Let's try to sink this damn par here. Ten-footer. The square reads quick. I love it. It's a good little launch monitor. See, that ball was hotter than hell. I'll look it up. 171, we got another par 3. I would like to get down to at least even here. $170. You can be pretty aggressive with these pins, excuse me. Must learn to talk. We'll tee up with our little iron tee. You got bunkers. Hell, I think there's even a bunker on the back. I'm wondering what the handicap index on this hole is now. It's 14. So you're telling me that 171 yard par 3 with bunkers surrounding the green is the 14th handicap hole on this course? That's debatable. We can debate that all we want. I am not buying it. I'm guessing we're gonna be in said bunker. Get out. Okay, that was a really weird bounce. Solid strike. Solid snake. Shout out to Solid Snake if you're a child of the 80s / 90s. I'm not sure when that first Metal Gear came out. Early 90s? And some of you guys are like, what the hell is this dude talking about? That's fine. We are playing golf after all, not PlayStation. 12. I don't want to hit the ball 12 yards, and the ball's going to come out left. I want to hit the ball like right there on the edge. Maybe 10 yards. The square has acknowledged our golf ball. Get in the hole. Oh, it's still going to make me putt. Holy crap. 11 stimp green, huh? Soft 11 stimp green just did that to me. And now I'm going to take a stinking bogey. Tisk, tisk. Tisk, freaking tisk. 20 feet. I didn't hit it, and the HLA was disgusting for some reason, even though it went right to my white dot. I believe that was a bit of a misread from the square. I think we're what, 5 over now? 4 over? We got 5 holes left. Okay, here we've got another split fairway par 4, which pisses me off. I don't think that that is necessary. 4th hole, 4th handicap index hole, and you would need to carry 300 to get over this. I think there's a few guys that could do that. That are allowed in the league at least. I'm going to hit a 7-wood because I only hit 300-yard drives outside. For some reason, they don't work in here. .146. Let's hit an 8-iron. Lies left, wind's blowing left. Give yourself a little bit of offset to the right. You're going to want to do this in real life too on the course. Solid strike there right at the pin. That might be in the circle if we'll roll. If we'll roll. Excuse me, if we'll roll. Damn it. That'd have been a birdie. Can we sink this natty? I don't know. Can we get a natty birdie here? I think I can get a natty birdie here. 10-footer. Even with the square launch monitor's funky ass putting, let's see if we can get a 10-footer to drop. Okay, we got a 10, a funky, smelly, funky birdie to drop with the square launch monitor. Oh, man, I can, oh, PU. Whew. This is more my style, ladies and gentlemen. 117-yard par 3, no wind. It's not exactly what I would call a sucker pin. I'm going to hit a gap wedge. Let's see if we can get close here. Open up that stance. Hit that ball thick. Bounce into that bunker. You know that's where you're going. Ooh, buddy. Okay. I hit the ball thick. You've got to keep your head and your core pretty stationary when you're swinging your golf club, or you're going to never get good at golf. Ever. Trust me. Oh, crap. We doing the walk of shame? Damn you. What are you doing, you dumbass? Come on. Oh, that hurts my heart. That hurts my heart. That's what we wanted. You know that ain't gonna hardly roll at all. Oh, puke in my mouth. This is for bogey, and it will almost certainly not go in. We will try, though. I think we might be able to. 16 feet. If we don't, we're taking a dub, which is going to put us up to 5 over, which makes me want to vomit into my own esophagus. Oh! Dude, the putting on the square golf launch monitor is dog crap. I am going to spend some quality time doom scrolling on my phone until I can figure out how to fix that, because it is dog crap. Like, how are you able to do the gonculations for a driver head that's moving at 105 miles an hour, but you can't calculate a putt? What am I missing here? And then I'll barely touch this. I'm going uphill. Like, come on, man. Like, what was with that HLA? The ball rolled to the dot. Okay, so putting with the square golf launch monitor, square launch golf ball monitor, it sucks. And it's causing me a lot of stress right now, because I should not be 6 over par. If I putt the way that I would in real life or with the Pro TVX, the ball goes 150 miles. Somebody help your boy out. I'll get showered and have some dinner and do some Saturday or Friday night doom scrolling here. This shouldn't be happening. Also, screw you. Although I did hit a pop fly today, and I think it went like 190 yards. That one didn't even go very far at all. Let's hope we can scramble here. Where's my mouse pointer? So I got to hit 228, 232. You guys, this is a non-starter. You're going uphill. What do I want to do here? I'll bite on the 3-wood just because I've got to try to make up some strokes here. As usual, if you hit pretty much any club, any fairway wood. I would imagine it would apply to hybrids too. I'm not running any hybrids right now. For some reason it just slices. Okay, this is shot 3 on a par 4. We have really got to get close to this pin here. We've really got to get close to the pin. It looks like we're going a little bit downhill. We could have some issues. And then the ball's going to want to come left out of the lie. 23, 22. Oh my good Lord. 10 carry? Okay. We're going to take a couple more strokes here. It's okay. Keep it together, buddy. Because now you got to putt with the Square Golf launch monitor, which is kind of like sitting on a cactus. 30 feet, 32 feet. I have no idea how hard to hit this ball. I'll try to at least get it in the circle. Ugh, another bogey. Are we at 7 over now? Man, and all the nice things I said about this little piece of junk in the beginning of the video. No, I'm just kidding. I'll get the putting figured out, and then this thing will be a regular guest on the whatever it is I do on YouTube. Let's see if we can get a couple more pars here or some birdies. See, my core was very upright and did not move, and it still wanted to like fade over. 236. Nice shallow swing. Go ahead, rewind the video. It was a good swing. Let's see here. 75. And it's going to want to go left, so we need to offset to the right and then hit us a little shot. Just a little 75-yard shot here. I think that's short. Oh no, that's actually good. That felt short, it felt toey. Let's see if I can get out of here with a natty birdie. I don't want to give the cup away. Let's put it right there on the edge. 9-footer with the square launch monitor. Could be 150 feet, it could be 3. Oh, I can't, dude, I can't. That rolled right to my spot, so it just cost me another stroke. Let's see here. There's this law firm in northern Utah, I'm guessing, but they've put their jingle to the, I think it's an Eric Clapton song, the one that talks about Schneef. It used to be in Coca-Cola. I believe it's Eric Clapton, but I'm not like a music connoisseur. And it plays all the time on the radio. I don't even know if the CD deck in my old car works. And then I end up singing the Eric Clapton version all day. Okay, so that one drew over. Still not that far. That one drew though. Par 5, 299. It's basically saying don't even think about it. Let's hit a 7 wood. par fives, because they're a good place to pick up a stroke, there should be decision points. Now, if we're talking about a par 4 with a split fairway, there's really nothing to gain there. You need to get on the green in 2 to be at green in regulation in order to get a birdie. Like, don't do split fairways on par 4s. It's stupid, if I can be so bold. There's no reason for it. That was good and fat. Hopefully we don't take a penalty. I think everybody knows where we're going to be playing out of here. I didn't check the slope on the course either. I'll check that at the end of the video if I remember. Slope being the difficulty for not scratch golfers, not the actual slope. People get that confused. 12, greenside bunker. Oh, that sat nice. That sat real nice. Oh, that's the end of the round. Okay, I got to figure out the putting with this little thing here. Good launch monitor. Like, I'm not sitting here thinking that, I mean, it cost me some strokes. I probably should have only been like 4 over, 2, 3, 4 over. It certainly cost me some strokes, but I'll get that figured out and see if there's a way to some setting to slow it down. Do I have my phone? Do I have my phone? I don't have my phone. Let me pause and look at the slope of this course. All right, we're back. So Wuskowhan Players Club, West Olive, Michigan. It looks to be a private golf course, so you couldn't even get on there if you wanted to. And if I select, this yardage falls somewhere between the members tees and the pigeon tees. But pigeon is spelt funny. Either that or I'm having a senior moment. So the 6,247 yard tees, it's a par. Okay, so some stuff's not lining up here, because if we go to the pigeon tees, Pigeon, it's Pigeon. I don't know. Members, and it's a par 72. Really, regardless of what tees I pick, it's a par 72 course. So we'll go back to the members tees. It's got a rating of 70.4, which means that a scratch golfer would shoot about 2 under par here, 1.5 under par, and a slope of 140, 155 being the hardest course on the planet, and then let's look up slope of easiest golf course. I thought it was 113, but I saw one below that the other day. Slope of easiest golf course. Okay, I'm a ding-a-ling. Let's read this again. The easiest golf courses, according to USGA slope ratings, have a slope of 55. The USGA slope rating scale ranges from 55 to 155, with 113 considered average difficulty. And this is a 140. So if 113 is an average difficulty course, Wuskowhan Players Club is at 6,100 yard tees, is a slope rating of 140, which I would consider to be a little difficult, considering that a scratch golfer, if you guys don't know, scratch golf is insanely difficult to ever achieve. Most people will never even get to where they can, like, break 80 on the golf course. A scratch golfer would shoot 1.6 strokes below par here. Anyway, I've drugged this out way too long. 1 hour. I did yap about the Square Golf launch monitor quite a bit though, so I don't count that whole hour toward the round. Decently difficult course in real life. You would probably, the average golfer is going to have a little bit of trouble here. And then your back tees, your players' tees are 7,000 yard tees. That's a slope rating of 148. And a scratch golfer is going to be 2.6 strokes over par from the players' tees. And you guys can check this on bluegolf.com. Most of the courses I have ever searched for have been on here, with the exception of a few odd ducks, which may not have even been actual real life courses. But anyway, guys, let's go into the stats. I try to do the slope and rating before the video, but I need to get my life together. 7 pars, 3 birdies, 7 bogeys, not necessary. I attribute at least half of those to the launch monitor, but I will get the putting figured out. 31 putts is okay. That's also attributed to that little box on the floor there. 3 sand saves, 55-minute round. We hit 7 greens and 4 fairways. That's my fault. That has nothing to do with the launch monitor. That's just me being me. 229 was the longest drive that got on the fairway out of the 4 balls that did fall on the fairway. And then 132 mile an hour swing speed was the best I was able to muster today. And then 123 feet of putting. Let's get back to the GS Pro splash screen. I need a shower and some dinner. All right, guys, I really appreciate you watching the videos as always. This has been the first video I've done with the Square launch monitor. I don't plan on doing an in-depth review on it because there are already enough out there. Go watch Joe Legowski or any of those guys review the launch monitor. If you want to see an unboxing, there's 100 people who already are dying for you to see their video. I would prefer to test it out in the sim on GS Pro courses because I feel like that is the best comparison. And then just probably complain about it a lot and say that it's the launch monitor's fault that I'm not getting good scores in the sim. But anyhow, I continue to ramble on for like another minute and a half. You guys have a good evening. Have a wonderful weekend. It's Friday, the 1st of August here in the year of our Lord 2025. Have a good weekend. If you go golfing, I hope you hit awesome scores. And we'll see you in the next video. I don't know when that'll be. Maybe tomorrow, maybe Sunday. Have a good one, guys.